With the new StudioLive Series 3 mixer, there's a few different ways that you can work with your scenes and your mute groups. First, let's take a look at what you can do with your scenes, and then we'll dig into using mute groups and different scene navigation utilizing your user function buttons. To access your scenes, press the Scenes button underneath the touchscreen. On the Scenes screen, you'll see the currently loaded scene, a list of available scenes, your scene filters, and your scene safe. The scene filters allow you to choose what parameters you want to load with the scene and which ones you don't want to load. Some good examples of this is maybe you don't want to load your GEQ settings because you've got a room tuning set up on your GEQ. Or maybe you don't want to load in your preamp levels because you've changed them a little bit and are afraid that changing them with the scene will reset them back to what they were prior to being tweaked. By default, your mixer will come with a 0 out scene, which will reset the board back to the factory default settings. Then you have an additional 99 scene slots for storing your own custom scenes. To save a scene, select an empty location and then press the Store button. This will open the text entry screen where you can custom name your scene. To load a scene, select the scene you'd like to load and press the Recall button. A new feature that we have for the Series 3 is Scene Safe. This allows you to choose specific channels that you'd like to isolate to not be recalled with the scene. Whatever channels are isolated, when that scene is recalled, nothing for that channel will be changed. This is great if you happen to have a guest musician who joined at the last minute and you've got a channel all set up for them, and now as you go through your song list, you don't want that channel to accidentally get changed back to one of the preset song states and lose everything that you did to get the mix and monitor set up. It's also just a good way to isolate a channel that you just don't want to accidentally have go out in the middle of a performance. Let's take a look at setting up Scene Safe. First, select the Scene Safe button. Then, select the channels that you would like to be safe from recalling with a scene. When you're done, press Done. Now let's take a look at different ways that you can navigate your scenes as well as doing mute groups on your user function buttons. You have 8 user function buttons to the right of the master fader. By default, these are assigned to mute groups. To set up a mute group, mute the channels that you would like to have in the mute group. Then press and hold one of the mute group buttons to assign it. When the button flashes, it is now assigned as a mute group. Your user function buttons can also perform other tasks. To set these up, go into the Home menu and then System. Then select your user button assignments. I'm going to change my button 2, and instead of being a mute group, I'm going to make it a quick scene. Setting up a quick scene is the same as setting up a mute group. Once you have the mixer set up with the scene that you'd like, you can push and hold the button until it flashes to save that quick scene. Now, if I change the mix, I can use this button to recall the quick scene. Another way to utilize your user function buttons is for scene navigation. In scene navigation, you can choose to have it be Next Scene, Previous Scene, Save Scene, and Recall Scene. Setting up scene navigation on your user function buttons is a great way to be able to quickly jump through a series of scenes. This is perfect for use in either theaters or for marching bands. I'll go ahead and set up Next Scene on my button 3, and my button 4 I'll make Recall Scene. Now I can go to the next scene and recall it. And that covers how to set up and navigate your scenes and your mute groups. I hope you learned something with this video. Watch the rest of our Series 3 videos to get the most out of your StudioLive Series 3 mixer.